The emotion starts right now on Maury.
When I married Katie, it was the best day of my life. She cheated on me with 5 different men.
He's terrified that he may not be the father of all 3 of his wife's children.
I love those kids to death, but they might not be mine.
What happens if all of these kids aren't yours?
I love them like they're my own, so it's gonna be hard.
If you did cheat on him, how are you absolutely sure that they're his?
Obviously, I know when I got pregnant, my daughter was actually planned.
Playing with me or playing with someone else?
Steve's mother, Marlene, is also here.
You better pray those are his kids. That's my son. Once, a mistake. 5 times, you're out.
You love those babies.
I am so praying that my grandchildren for Steven's sake.
This is a DNA test you'll never forget.
You were my first love, and I didn't know how to deal with it. That's why I left.
And more paternity pandemonium you have to see to believe.
Use a hoe! Use a hoe! Why don't you like her?
She looks like a slut.
You know?
Do these twins have 2 different fathers?
Look at this kid, man. This is a black man's baby.
Oh my God.
These are twins. Less than 1% are from different fathers. Jose?
This show has some of the most unbelievable DNA results we've ever seen, and it starts now.
This is Steve. Steve is an emotional wreck. Why? Because his wife, Katie, cheated on him 5 times. With 5 different guys. And he's terrified. He's terrified that he may not be the father of not 1, not 2, but all 3 of his wife's kids. Steve's mother, Marlene, is also here. She called the show because she says she's devastated with Katie. Watch.
When Steve met his wife, Katie, he never imagined he would begin a life of heartache.
When I married Katie, it was the best day of my life. She cheated on me with 5 different men, and it crushed my heart.
But Steve and Katie stayed together, and through the years, Katie gave birth to 3 children.
Every time my wife cheated, it was right before she got pregnant. It hurts really bad to know that I might not be the father of my own kids that I've been raising for 3 years.
Throughout this painful ordeal, Steve's mother, Marlene, has been his strongest support. But tragically, Marlene is dying from a brain tumor.
The only way that I'm gonna die in peace is if I can give peace to my son, that he can find out the truth. We need to find out today if these are Steven's kids, so this way I can die in peace.
Now, I can tell you that as devastated as Marlene is, she's also angry with Katie, and we're going to talk to her in a moment. But first, 5 times?
5 times more.
5 different guys?
5 different guys.
And on 3 of those occasions, she ends up pregnant?
Sure did.
And you all live together?
Yes, we do. We're married.
You love each other?
With all my heart, I love her.
Kids mean to you?
The world. I love them to death with all my heart.
You think you look like them?
I think they look like her. I can't see myself in them.
Are those your kids?
I treat them like they're mine. I love them like they're mine.
When did Katie tell you she cheated the first time?
When did she tell me?
Was she pregnant when she told you?
Yeah, she left me, and every time she left me, she came back pregnant. Yeah.
When a break came, was it for days? Was it for months?
It was a few days here, a couple months here. Oh, it varied. She left me probably over 100 times in 5 years.
After she had the first child?
Yeah. After the first one, the second one, the third one, after I supported her, after I did everything for her.
You want to stay married?
That's a real man. That's a real man. You ain't never gonna get a man like my man. You better pray those are his kids. You better pray.
What happens if all of these kids aren't yours? You gonna leave?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What happens if one of these children aren't yours? What happens if two of the children aren't yours?
Honestly, I don't know. I love them like they're my own, so it's...
This is what Katie had to say. Watch.
I found out Steve's mom called the show. Oh, I couldn't believe she had the nerve to do that. How dare she stick her nose into our relationship? That's our family. She has no right. I know I cheated on Steven 5 times, and I'm truly sorry for that, but I absolutely know in my heart that Kayla, Steven, and Anthony are his kids. I love my family with all my heart, and I know that I made mistakes in the past, but I'm trying to make up for it now, and I don't want to split our family up. Steve's an excellent father. He loves his kids so much. He supports them, he cuddles with them, he plays with them, and I don't want our kids to lose their daddy over this.
Now, Katie is sure that they are Steve's kids. We'll find out. Here's Katie. You know, all you have to do is say to my audience, you know, I cheated 5 times, and they're not going to have much sympathy with you. You know that. You sorry about all that?
Yes.
If you did cheat on him, this and you have 3 kids, how are you absolutely sure that they're his?
Because obviously I know when I got pregnant, my daughter was actually planned.
Playing with me or playing with someone else?
Katie, you said you were shocked when you found out Marlene called the show. Why did that shock you so much?
Because she had no right to stick her nose in our relationship.
This nose is going in your business because your business is my business. That's my son, bitch. You crazy? That's my son. That's my blood. My blood.
Have you been at odds with Marlene?
They better be my grandbabies. They better
Have you
be
been
my
at odds with
grandbabies.
Marlene? Have you had a bad relationship all along?
Yeah.
This is what Marlene had to say.
This whore has cheated on my son 5 times, and I don't believe a word Katie said. That bitch better pray. All 3 of those kids belong to my son.
Marlene, everybody. Marlene, come on.
Once, a mistake. Twice, second mistake. 5 times, you're a hoe. Yo, walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. You're a hoe.
Marlene. Hello. You love those babies.
With all my heart.
So you should be praying that they're your grandchildren.
I am so praying that my grandchildren for Steven's sake.
Well, maybe Katie has awakened and realized what she was doing, and now...
First time, second, third, or fourth, or fifth? Which one are you talking about, Maury? Been there, done it. Been there, done it. I was her. I was a young mother. I didn't go walking it out with every man I met. I stayed home. I stayed home. Can I tell you what she did? You see my son? Ladies, you see my son? He's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. You know what she did? This is exactly what Katie did. Wait. She made him eat his self-worth, his self-esteem, his depression is so big and so big. Who do you think he calls every time you leave? Mom, he can't handle anymore. He loves you so much. You ain't got a
She doesn't...
24
Wait a second.
nothing.
Marlene, she doesn't leave anymore. She takes care of her children.
Now, her children, I know they're her children, but I want them to be my son. And she better hope they're my... Maury, she better hope they're my son children.
You have
Yeah, but if they are your grandchildren, I don't know
Katie.
if I'd want them to see you.
That's okay, Katie. That's my bloodline, Katie. That's my bloodline.
To see the kids.
That's okay, Maury. The little time I got left, let me tell you something. He's got peace of mind.
She will see the
I'm good.
kids.
I'm good.
Guaranteed that.
It doesn't matter. I'm good.
So you, I mean...
Those are my grand. I'm good.
And I know you want to be with them for as long as you have on this earth, right?
That's right, Maury.
Do you already have a death sentence pronounced on you?
Yes, I do, Maury.
How much longer?
We don't know yet. I'm going for surgery when I go home.
Let's hope you go home with good news, okay?
Yes, Maury.
We'll find out right now. So here's the deal, Stephen. You say if they're not your children, you're leaving.
That's right.
If there's one or more are your children, you don't know. Stephen. Okay, Marlene. Stephen, you say you love Katie.
With all my heart, I still do, after everything that went down.
Can I say something before you leave?
What do you want to say?
I know we've been through a lot, and I've been with you for 5. I love you too. We've been through so much together. We've grown together, we've changed together. We've raised those babies together, and I just want to say that I'm truly sorry for cheating on you. I was young, we were going through a lot. You were my first relationship, you were my first love, and I didn't know how to deal with it, and that's why I left. And I'm sorry for leaving you. The only reason I cheated is because I was looking for emotion because you weren't there and I left you. And I'm sorry.
Okay.
And as for you, I can't wait. I can't wait till those test results come back.
That's
and I
fine.
hope you eat your words. And
I hope I do, Katie. I hope I do. And let me tell you something else. Before these results come in, let me tell you something else. I don't know what you got, but my son loves you with all his heart. And this is what you call a man. Because if you did to me what you did to him, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
All right. When it comes to 3-year-old Kayla, Steve,
3 kids with his wife, but is he the father?
you were my first love, and I didn't know how to deal with it. And that's why I left.
Chantal, I don't give a you my wife. Leslie's my new girl. I'm not the father.
you still love him, and you want him back.
Yeah.
You's a hoe! You's a hoe!
Is the love of her life the father?
Where's my baby? Where's my baby?
3 kids with his wife, but is he the father? The results are coming up.
1 year ago, Chantel married this man, Angel. Now, the honeymoon ended quickly when Chantel claims that Angel deserted her and began to deny that he fathered their 10-month-old daughter, Arissa. Watch this.
When Chantel met Angel, she found comfort in knowing he would always be there for her.
We were really happy. When he asked me to marry him, I felt like the most important person in the world because I knew that he was going to be there for me and her.
They got married during Chantel's pregnancy and everything seemed perfect. After baby Arissa was born, Angel traveled across country to set up a better life for them.
He went to another state and I got out there and things wasn't the way it was supposed to be.
But when Chantel got there, she was shocked to find Angel in the arms of another woman.
I found out that he cheated on me and he had kicked me and his daughter out. Now he has a new girlfriend named Leslie and he promised that he would always love me. He promised that he would be there and he lied.
Why would Chantel's husband Angel do this?
When me and Chantel was together, she cheated on me. I may be married to Chantel by law, but Leslie's my new girl now. I'm not standing for Chantel lies no more because Arissa is not my baby.
I'm not going to stand for any bitch trying to take advantage of my man.
I'm going to prove that he's the father and I want my husband back.
You never seen her before, have you?
No.
That's the first time you ever saw her?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to meet them in a moment, but first, you have this lovely little child, Arissa. Was he there for the pregnancy?
He was there for the whole pregnancy, everything.
Did he go to the doctors with you?
He came to the doctor's appointments. He came to the prenatal care. He made sure I took all my vitamins. He used to talk to my stomach and be like, that's my princess. We went through everything together.
And then the baby is born and?
He dips. He goes to Ohio. His attitude changes. Phone calls get shorter. And I find out he cheated on me when I Ohio.
And he denies the baby.
He says that is not his baby. She looks nothing like him, but she's a mixture of me and him.
Wait a minute. There is a little truth in what he thinks because you did cheat on him.
Yes, I did cheat on him, and I'm not even gonna lie.
Cheat on me with a 1 cup of.
He knew everything.
He knew that you had cheated. He had forgiven you, and in fact, after that, he married you.
Yeah, and he begged me to keep her because I wasn't gonna keep her because I wasn't ready.
Now they're backstage. This is what they had to say. Watch.
Chantel, I don't give a damn if you're my wife. You're nothing but a lying, cheating whore, and Arissa's not my daughter.
Stop calling, stop texting, and stop harassing us, because my man is not your baby's father.
Play me like a little together. You may have fooled me once, but you're not gonna fool me twice. I'm not the father.
Now then, wait a second. Before I bring him out, you still love him, don't you?
Yes, I do. I love him very much.
And you?
Yeah. Ooh. And besides, that's my husband, and Shorty is not coming between me and that. I'm sorry. It ain't going nowhere.
Here they are, Angel and Leslie.
Cheating. No, I ain't forget, man. That's a lie. 1 chance, it was 3 chances with this damn girl. Man, I was in the house like a, can I say, like a bee, basically.
Wait a second. This was all, didn't she tell you this before you married
No,
her?
she did not tell me. I had to find this out by myself. She got her friends hiding it behind her back and everything. 3 times. I'm in the crib. She go out talking about I'm going to school. What? When she over there seeing somebody else in Rikers Island. You feel me?
Leslie.
Then when I get locked up for 3...
All right, but what does she have to do with this? What I'm not understanding.
Because he's my man.
Hold up, wait a minute. Angel, you swear to God she... But you signed the birth certificate, and I got documents to prove it.
Yeah, I did.
If you felt that way, Angel, you should have not did one of these.
Oh, well.
Her name should not be Estella. Estella. You can't be serious. Because, Angel, when you ain't had who you was depending on? Me and your family.
Nope.
When you was living in the street.
Not damn
Where
you.
was she?
Not
Where was
damn
she?
you.
Leslie,
I'm on stage no more.
We'll bring you back to hear the results.
No, she's staying. She's staying.
You wrote a Angel, right? You want to read the Angel?
Yeah.
I don't want to even hear your letter. I don't want to put it on the board.
Okay.
Straight out.
She wrote a letter, okay? So, Angel, just listen to this, okay?
Dear Angel, I can't take back the past, and I'm sorry, but I see my future with you. All I want is for us to be a family again. I swear on my life that I would never, ever do anything to hurt you again. You are my everything, my husband, and without you, I've been empty. When we exchanged marriage vows, it was for better or for worse. And in my heart, I feel like we can get through this together. If you love me the way I love you, I'm begging you with all my heart, come back home to your family. Love always, your wife, Chantel.
What do you think of that?
No. Straight up.
Okay.
Let me tell you, man, this female
I'm
straight
really trying to figure out how
Bring
this
Leslie
is.
back out there. Okay. We're going to find out, by the way, this is your child. What are you going to do?
I take care of the baby, but forget her.
You don't gotta take care of me. I was taking care of you, whole skillet.
No,
when you was living in the street. When you was living in the street. Living in the street. You ain't have no clothes. You ain't have nothing.
You ain't have
a bum, Angel. A
Sorry, not me.
When it comes to 10-month-old Arissa, Angel, you are the father.
Yes, 3 kids with his wife, but is he the father?
You were my first love, and I didn't know how to deal with it. That's why I left.
Scott was born with a cleft palate, and it affects his speech.
Neither my wife, Alice's two children have a cleft palate like me.
You don't think they're your kids?
He has doubts because his mother puts them into his head.
Why don't you like her?
She looks like a slut.
She does? We're gonna find out right now. Scott.
3 kids with his wife, but is he the father? The results are coming up.
This is Allison, everyone. Now, Allison is furious that her current husband, Scott, is denying both of their children. Denying both of them. And apparently, according to Allison, there seems to be one person driving this freight train filled with anger, and it's Scott's mother, Mona. Watch.
A man, his wife, and his meddling mother, torn apart by DNA drama.
I'm here to prove to my husband Scott and his big mouth meddling mother Mona that our 2 children, Kristen and Tristan, are his. From day one, Mona has been trying to brainwash Scott, and now she's even trying to get him to leave me.
But Scott's mother, Mona, has a very different story.
Allison is not good enough for my son, and she never will be. I never want to see Allison again. And if those children aren't his, I won't have to see that fat slut no more. We don't have them.
Scott was born with a cleft palate, which is a medical condition that affects his speech. This is one of the main reasons for his doubts.
Neither my wife, Alice's two children have a cleft palate like me. That condition runs in my family. If I were their father, they would have gotten that from me. I know these kids aren't mine, and my mother knows them too.
Mona is destroying my life. Once I prove to her and Scott that these kids are his, Mona needs to leave us alone and let us finally be happy like we both deserve to be.
Alice, do you and Scott live together? You're a couple. You are husband and wife. You live together.
We live
We
together.
got all this screaming and yelling and fighting and anger and all this stuff.
Constantly yelling. I'm tired of it. I want to go home and be happy with my husband.
Well, does Scott think that he's not the father?
He has doubts because his mother puts them into his head.
This is why they have great doubts. And Mona thinks he's not the father. First of all, he has a cleft palate, and that's a condition, all right? It's genetic. Your kids don't have it, right?
No, my family has it in our family too, but I don't have it. His sister don't have it. Just because they don't have it doesn't mean it's not his.
All right, now, secondly, he said that when he was young, he was paralyzed for a year.
Yes.
And the doctor said he couldn't have any children.
Just because the doctor said that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. He has 2 kids. Look at them. They look exactly like him.
Do they look like him?
Oh, yeah. They have his eyes, his ears, his mouth, everything.
We're gonna meet Scott in a moment, but first, here's Mona. Mona, come on out.
Stay away.
Look at you look like a slut now, don't you?
Just stay away from me.
She looks like a slut, don't she?
What's that?
She looks like a slut.
She what?
She looks like a slut.
She does?
You need to be in my kid's life and be happy for
Allison,
us.
sit down. Mona, you like her? She's given your son 2 children, hadn't she?
How do we know they're his?
He's got a family. Get over it.
No, I don't think so. He doesn't have a family.
Do you think that Allison has been loyal to Scott?
No, she has not.
I want to hear from Scott, the husband. Watch.
I love my wife, Allison, but she is lying when she says I'm the father of these 2 kids. When I was 14 years old, I was in a terrible car accident. The doctors told me I would probably never be able to have kids. Before I was with Allison, I had 5 different girlfriends that I tried to have kids with. I always wanted to have a family, but none of those girls got pregnant because I can't have kids. My mother tells me that Allison's kids aren't mine, and I believe her. My mother is always right. I've had enough. I'm tired of being stuck in the middle.
Here's Scott. Come on out. Are those your kids?
You need to be there for us.
You don't think they're your kids?
Yeah, they are.
Because of what? Your car accident?
And because of the cheating and stuff like that.
One time. One time.
We're going to find out right now. We're going to find out the truth right now, and this argument is going to be over. Comes to 4-year-old Kristen. You listening, Mona? Mm-hmm. Scott, you are the father. It comes to one. Scott, you are the father. Something. I thought it was too fast. I want a replay. I want the hug again. Thank you. We'll be back right after this.
3 kids with his wife, but is he the father?
You were my first love, and I didn't know how to deal with it. That's why I left.
Do these twins have 2 different fathers?
Look at this kid, man. This is a black man's baby.
Oh my God.
These are twins. Less than 1% are from different fathers. Jose?
3 kids with his wife, but is he the father? The results are coming up.
Everybody, please welcome Alejandrina to the show. Now, Alejandrina, she has 1-year-old twins. She has a daughter, Jayla, and a son, Julius. And there's Julius. Twins. Now, these twins need a father, but this man, Jose, refuses to accept that role of a father until he is given a paternity test. Watch.
Alejandrina discovered shocking news. Not only was she pregnant, but she was pregnant with twins.
Thinking, how am I going to support 2 when I could barely support 1?
With no one to turn to and Jose not willing to accept his responsibilities, Alejandrina found herself alone and desperate.
Jose did nothing for me but just making me feel bad about myself. He was like scared to even touch my belly.
This single mother tries to provide all she can for her twins, but without help from their father, she is faced with challenge after challenge.
I never had enough diapers to go through the whole night. My babies had to wear secondhand clothes. It's not the way a child should live. I want Jose to step up and be a father.
Alejandrina is desperate for help and desperate to prove to Jose that he is the father of her twin babies.
You're on your own, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on myself.
He hasn't helped with anything.
Nothing. He hasn't even offered diapers, wipes, nothing.
All right, well, this is what Jose had to say. Watch.
Alejandrina's a party girl. She got herself into a mess. Having unprotected sex is gonna get you pregnant. She was having it with a lot of different guys. Now she doesn't even know who her baby's father is. Alejandrina and I never had a relationship. She was thirsty for love and I quenched her thirst. Alejandrina admitted to me that she had sex with other men. The times we had sex do not add up to when she got pregnant. It is not my fault that Alejandrina shops at the thrift store to get her kids clothes. If she knew who the twins' father was, maybe he could pay for it. Alejandrina, get your act together. I think you're a poor excuse for not knowing who the father of your kids are.
Oh. Here he is, Jose. Jose, come on out. She's a good woman or no?
Nope, she's a party girl.
You think those kids look like you?
Look at this kid, man. This is a black man's baby. This is not my
my
shorty,
God.
man. This is not my kid.
A black man
that
shorty.
Ain't my kid,
That
man.
'cause I'm
you
Puerto
crazy,
Rican, you
girl. You
freaking
crazy
idiot.
as hell. That ain't my kid.
Well, since when Puerto
You're
Ricans
crazy.
ain't dark?
These are twins, 1-year-old twins.
Come on, Maury. Look at the boy. He's black, man. That's not my
son
kid,
looks
man.
like me.
We're going to find out right now, Jose. And by the way, if you're the father, you're going to take care of these kids.
Handle mine.
You're darn right. Do you have any other kids?
No.
No? Okay, good. In the case of 1-year-old Jayla, Jose, you are the father. In the case of 1-year-old Julius, Jose, you are not the father. Wait a second. First of all, you're going to take care of Jayla, aren't you?
I got the girl. Yeah,
Okay.
look at her now. Look at her now.
Wait a second, but I want to explain to everybody about this situation. It's happened before on this show with fraternal twins. The statistics show everybody less than 1% of fraternal twins are from different fathers. How's that? And this is the less than 1%. Is that amazing? Okay, you were half right. And Jose promises that he's going to be in Jayla's life. And as far as the other guy, if you want us to do a paternity test on him, we would be glad to do it. All right?
3 kids with his wife, but is he the father?
You were my first love, and I didn't know how to deal with it. That's why I left.
Erica is 15. She had sex on a dare.
I made a mistake.
Did that one time create this baby?
Freddie?
3 kids with his wife, but is he the father? The results are coming up.
Erica is 15. Erica is a mother. At 13, she had sex. Guess how she had sex? She had sex on a dare. With this kid, Freddie. And she did it in order to be cool. Never did she ever imagine she would be sitting here next to me in desperate need of a paternity test. Watch this.
15-year-old Erica made the worst mistake of her life trying to fit in with the cool crowd.
The bet was that if I lost my virginity to Freddie, that they would bow down to me. It was honestly the worst mistake of my life.
As fate would have it, Erica got pregnant.
I was confused, I was scared, I didn't know what to do. I didn't ever see myself, me being 13 and having a kid. My little girl, she's got so many medical problems. She's got asthma, she's got clubfoot. It's not fair for her to grow up without a dad.
Scared and confused, Erica did the unthinkable.
I made a mistake by telling another guy that he was the father of Kayleana. We took the paternity test in which was found out he was not the father, so in my heart, I know she's Freddie's. Freddie said that he'd be there for me, but he's done nothing. She needs her father in her life. It's the only way that a little girl or a little boy that can grow up and actually have a good life.
Did Freddie know that you told the other guy he might be the father?
Well, at first I told him that he was the father of Kaylee, and then like a week later I told him he wasn't.
Right. Can you understand why he would be kind of doubtful?
Yeah, I mean, I made a mistake.
Did you tell him that you did a paternity test on the other guy?
Yes.
And he still didn't admit that he was the father. Do you think that your daughter, Kaylee, and Freddie look alike?
They look so much alike. It don't look like it, but his other daughter, or his other son,
He has another child.
he's got 2 other kids.
How old is Freddie?
18.
18, he already has 2 kids.
He's got 3.
What the heck is happening in this country? What is going on?
And he don't deny his other 2, but he will with mine.
He does. Okay, before we meet Freddie, this is what he had to say.
Erica waited till a month ago to tell me that I was the baby's father, and that makes me believe that she isn't mine. We used to be friends, but now she's a bitch. She lied to me and I don't like it. The baby looks nothing like me. The nose, the hair, the face, nothing at all. We had sex one time. It was just a dare. It wasn't nothing serious at all. If she done it with me, it's untelling who else she slept with. Erica can go to hell for all I care. I know I'm not the baby's father.
Here's Freddie. Freddie, come on out. Here's Freddie. Wait a second now. Don't jump at him.
I'm a bitch.
Freddie, nice to see you.
doing?
Good to see you. Have a seat right here, Freddie.
All right.
Did you understand how this all went down when you slept with her? Why it was happening? It was a dare.
Yeah.
It was a mistake. You were nothing to me.
Freddie.
Get a job.
Well, then leave me alone.
Freddie.
Stay my life.
Freddie.
How in the hell am I going to leave you alone when I got your kid?
No, you don't.
We will see, okay? We will see. We'll see.
I mean, you admit you slept with her that night, right?
Yeah.
You didn't use protection, did you?
No.
Okay. So there's a possibility, right? And if this is your child, like your other two, you're going to take care of this child, aren't you?
Yeah, if she's mine, but she's
okay,
not.
well, we're going to find out right now. When it comes to 17-month-old Kayleon, Freddie, you are the father.
Why did I say no? No. Are you going to be?
Freddie,
What?
you're going to take care of this child, right?
Yeah, but I want nothing.
I don't want nothing to do with you, okay?
I know I'll be a good father, though. She's mine. I'll take care of her.
All right.
Yep.
3 kids with his wife, but is he the father?
You were my first love, and I didn't know how to deal with it. That's why I left.
3 kids with his wife, but is he the father? The results are next. When Steve met his wife, Katie, he never imagined he would begin a life of heartache.
When I married Katie, it was the best day of my life. She cheated on me with 5 different men, and it crushed my heart. Every time my wife cheated, it was right before she got pregnant. It hurts really bad to know that I might not be the father of my own kids that I've been raising for 3 years.
What do these 3 kids mean to you?
The world. I love them to death with all my heart.
You said you were shocked when you found out Marlene called the show.
She had no right to stick her nose in our relationship.
Nose is going in your business because your business is my business. That's my son, bitch.
You love those babies.
With all my heart.
So you should be praying that they're your grandchildren.
I am so praying that my grandchildren, for Steven's sake, and she that are all damn my Maury.
When it comes to 3-year-old Kayla, Steve, you are the father. When it comes to 1.5-year-old Steve Jr., Steve, you are the father. And when it comes to 7-month-old Anthony, Steve, you are the father.
Katie, I have one thing to say to you. It's not my place to like you, love you, or anything. You are my son's choice. You are my son's happiness. What makes my son happy makes me happy. You tore him apart all these years. Build him up. Build a life with him. Raise your kids. I'm glad they're yours. I'm glad. Now I can die in peace. My son has peace. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. I'm okay now. Thank you. See, bye-bye. See, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Wave to the camera, Kayla. Wave to the camera.
Say hi.
Say hi.